Females are twice as likely to be depressed, right? So it's about 2-to-1 ratio, right? But males are twice as likely to commit suicide.
Is it harder for men to go seek professional help for mental health? As it is, we're like, no. We are the ones that help you. No one helps us, right?
Right.
How do we break that barrier for men?
It's super hard.
Because it's hard.
Yeah.
If I cry, I'm seen as being soft and I can't handle pressure because I've been guilty of this. When I see colleagues sometimes, right, men who cannot handle it, and then next thing you know, they're tearing up and then they're crying because the boss yelled at them, and I'm like, oh, the guy's weak. And after that, I feel bad for saying that because I'm like, I shouldn't feel that way because maybe he's going through some shit that I don't know of. Right? But society is partly to blame for all this, right?
Partly to blame, I think.
Yeah,
I think you're absolutely right. And it's so hard because, and you know what's the crazy statistic? Females are twice as likely to be depressed, right? So it's about 2-to-1 ratio, right? But males are twice as likely to commit suicide.
Women are twice as likely to
depress, right?
But we have the higher chance of offing ourselves.
Yeah, because guys are the stereotypical, I'll keep everything in until I can't and I explode. For me, what I've done personally is that whenever I've got friends who struggle, I never speak to them in public, right? So I say, hey, you know what, let's go for a drink or over a beer or a coffee, whatever it is, right? And then I ask, hey, dude, what's up? Right. So I'm allowing this person the space to share if they want to, and if they're not, then hey, you know, if you do struggle, let me know.
So you're really what's going on?
Yeah, just hey, what's up, man? So at least from two people talking, then the vulnerability factor is much less, right? So hopefully with that in mind, then they're more able to open up in that sense. The worst thing you can do is like a party of like 6-7 batangs, and then you ask them, hey, dude, what's up? How come you crying today? I saw you. You should die. We want to avoid that kind of situation. Allow them as much privacy and confidentiality as you can, and that's one way. Another one is, I love conversations like this that we're having because these are conversations we need to have more of. People out there, for every one person who knows about depression and knows that it's okay to get help, I can easily tell you 10 other people who don't. And we're only talking about the urban areas like KL, Penang, that kind of thing. You move out to the more rural areas like Pahang, Kuantan, for example, East Malaysia, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 10 times worse.
Really?
I'm pretty sure because
I would think this is an urban issue, wouldn't it be?
No, depression is fine everywhere. Like we've got clients flying from Kuching to get therapy from us because there's no therapists over there. I mean, less therapists over there. It's everywhere kind of thing, right? It's just how we deal with it, what kind of resources we have to cope with it, and that kind of stuff. Conversations like this, just you going out to talk to people, just randomly saying, hey, you know what? I heard this podcast with JD and he was talking about depression among guys. Fantastic, brilliant, go do that, right? And the more people talk about it, more people know about it, I honestly think that's the best way to go about it, right? Because there's you can't force someone to go see a therapist, you can't do that. But if they internally, implicitly want to seek help, that's what we're going to try and achieve here.
And I guess it's easier for older guys because I've had a chat with friends of mine and we're all around the same age and we start talking about balding. Right? And then, hey, it's okay because we're already at a certain age. Does it get better with age?
I think when it's something that's physical, I think when it's something that is almost to a point celebrated, like even like with hair, so like, guys get older, they lose hair, it's a sign of aging, you're growing up, being more mature. I think for those kind of things, this is my own hypothesis, like I don't know whether it's substantiated or not. I think that's going to be more okay. But when it comes to emotions, I have a feeling it's inverse. The younger that you are, the more easier it is for you to express yourself. But the older we get, we have more on our plate, more on our shoulders.
I'm the cornerstone of the family.
Exactly. I hold the family up and all those things, right? So if I am weak, right, like in a business setting, for example, one of the reasons why entrepreneurs never claim or say that I'm depressed or whatever it is because if you're weak, our investors are gonna put money into your company. Right? So my gut feeling tells me that it's gonna be inverse. So the more I have on my shoulders responsibilities, the less likely you are gonna come in and say, hey, you know what, I need help, right? Because we don't have the opportunity to. I think that's my impression or my gut instinct.
Right.
But if you think about it, right, obviously I don't have the money, but if I had, right, I think these are people I'm actually going to invest in because they are the ones who can face their inner demons, their emotions, and say, hey, you know what? I messed up, I screwed up, I'm in a shithole right now. But I can acknowledge it and I want to do something about it. Rather than them hiding behind a veneer of greatness and awesomeness and then the whole world is crumbling around them, right? I think honestly, someone who can have access to these emotions and express it healthily, that might be a better investment actually if you think about it.
I guess what you're trying to say is we need to make it okay for guys to be vulnerable.
Exactly.
And it starts with other men as well, right? We shouldn't be all, hey, whatever, pinch each other's ass and everything, right? Stuff like that. But are we in a better position now, men, in this new millennium, whatever you want to call it, new norm, to be more emotional? compared to in the 40s, World War and everything.
Yeah.
Are the men of this generation better at it?
I think yes, because of what resources we have, right? So like 40 years back then, you want to socialize people, it's the bar, it's the pub, it's the coffee shop, right? Now we've got Facebook groups and Telegram and all that kind of things. I think because of the anonymity that social media and internet grants us, I think guys have more access to this kind of information and also support from other guys.
Right.
So I think because of that, then we can be more prepared. So can being the keyword here, like can is one thing, want to is another, right? So the opportunities are there for you to gain a support group, for example, or network to people support you and things like that. But whether you want to or not is a different question. That one we cannot control, right?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Glad you liked it. Now, if you want to check out a full discussion on all our other episodes, click right here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.